All right, everyone. Well, Vive is, of course, just the latest event that health is pioneering, as you know by now. And I was on the ground in Las Vegas, as I mentioned earlier, this past fall and spoke with leaders transforming the next decade of health. That included CVS Health's Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Amy Compton Phillips, who told me what she sees as the future of healthcare. Let's take a look.
I think at this event and elsewhere, I see the future of healthcare being personalized, proactive, predictive, really centered around the human beings that it's all about.
And how does innovation play into those trusted patient-first relationships?
Innovation is so critically needed because right now, something that's true with the healthcare ecosystem, I got my MD in 1990. And back in 1990, a person who needed help and a person who could help. So a patient and a physician, or a person and a nurse, or, whoever it was, would just be able to be like this. And since that time, we've had electronic medical records, and we've had networks, and we've had rules, and we've had prior auth, and we've had all kinds of things come in between the person who needs help and the person who has help. And all of those things are new steps we can mess up and break trust between clinicians and patients, right? And so what I'm seeing out here on the innovation floor, and what I'm seeing in the people really focused on changing healthcare, is taking all that stuff that comes between a person who needs help and a person who can help, putting it in the background, automating, simplifying, and bringing the trusted relationship back into health and care.
I mean, how essential is that to quality care?
Oh, I think it's critical to quality care. I mean, are you going to do something if you don't trust the person telling you that this is what we should be doing to help keep you healthy? Well, So I think trust is foundational for us to improve the health and well-being of everybody in the country. And it's incumbent upon us within the healthcare industry to do the work to demonstrate we're trustworthy, that we are someone who has their best interests at heart. There was a study done by Time Magazine and Gallup a couple years ago now that showed that 70% of people in the U.S. don't believe that healthcare in the U.S. has their best interests at heart. I mean, that's really sad. It's clearly a sign that we need to retrench what we're doing to demonstrate to patients and consumers that we are trustworthy and that we do have their best interests at heart as we seek to improve health and well-being.
To that end, how do you see clinical strategy evolving across the broader industry?
I think clinical strategy is foundational to us doing the right thing. If simplifying health is about making the right thing easier to do, we have to make sure we're doing the right thing, right? And that's what clinical strategy is all about, is how do we make the right thing easier to do for patients, for clinicians, and for the businesses that pay for it. And so our clinical strategy is really all about saying, how do we be trustworthy by doing the right thing for people when and how they need it? How do we make it easier for clinicians, because we've put a lot of burdens on their shoulders to make it hard to do the right thing? And then how do we have business models that align with that as we move forward? Things like value-based care, which we're big believers in.